Alrighty, today I'm going to be reviewing my account. I'm going to go over the characters that I've built, their lycons, relics, traces, and eidolons if I do have them. If you have any questions, let me know down below in the comment section and I will answer you. Alright, for starters, let's go with my Acheron. Here are her stats. Got her signature, traces, relics, and I am happy with what she is, where she is right now. I could get some better pieces, but like that would take forever. Also, have her at E6. Free to play, by the way. Honestly, I would recommend, most likely if you want to go for damage, go for other characters' eidolons or just other characters in general. But it is fun having her at E6. And if you want to go for Acheron eidolons, I'd say a good stopping point would be E2. Alright, next up is our Topaz. Got her signature, traces, relics. For the most part, happy with what she is right now. And have her at E01. Pretty sure Topaz was the first. Actually, no, Fushan was the first character I had. Alright, Pela, user for my Acheron team. Here are her stats. I am thinking of swapping from tutorial mission over to this, but I don't have many dupes of this, so right now we're just going to be using before the tutorial starts. Traces, relics. Honestly, I would recommend switching over from the Eagle Twilight, just so if there's an enemy above Pela, you can use her ult, and then hopefully she'll be fast enough to where she'll take her turn before the enemy does. E6, our Fu Xuan. Here are her stats. Got her signature, traces, relics. I used to have her on a damage set, but you know, things started getting too crazy and I had to swap it out for healing and make sure that everyone stayed alive. Have her at E1. Fushan was the first character I ever got. Really like her. Alright, next up we got our Trailblazer. Honestly, just use her for some Acheron teams. Whenever the enemy takes a lot of actions, I can just taunt them and then just gain more stacks for Acheron. Oh yeah, and you need this light cone for that in order to work. If you have this at S5, I would just, I would recommend you just, building her. Honestly, just build this light cone and just make sure that she's can survive. Just, it's a lot of fun when the enemy take a lot of turns. Her traces, her relics. Oh yeah, and her skill is a taunt and is counted as a debuff. So that just means more stacks for Acheron. Her eidolons, I'm too lazy to go for E6. Oh yeah, I guess since we're here, I don't have destruction build, but I do have harmony. I do use it from time to time. Here are her lycone, traces, relics, and eidolons. I am also too lazy to go for E6. I told myself I'd go for E4, and then after that, I'd passively get these, but it's been like a couple months, and I still have yet to do it. And until I get RMC, we'll just have to wait. Alright, we got our Foog. Here are her stats. I got her just for the fun of it, for my Acheron. Even though I know Jock shows better, but I feel like there'll eventually be a character that takes like 5 turns and like 1 turn. And then I'll just use Foog's skill on them, and then Acheron and get like 5 stacks. Here are her relics. Eidolons. Got Himiko. I am pretty sure I just recently got Himiko, if I'm not mistaken. Here are her stats. Light cone. Traces. Relics. For the most part, I think Himiko just has Topaz's hand-me-downs that I used to have on Topaz until I swapped over to better pieces. E0. Got our girl Hoo Hoo. Here are her stats. And a light cone. Again, if I had more refinements of this, I would like 100% do this. Her traces, her relics. Honestly, they could be better, but like, why would I min-max my Hoo-Hoo? Have her at E1. I got this at like 4 pity. I'm very happy about that. I could be really speedy for some teams. Got our Bronya. Her stats. Still have yet to get her signature. I really hope I get it here soon. Traces. I am thinking about maxing all of these out. For my DPS Bronya. Here are her relics. And she's currently sitting at E4. I did the selector and both selectors from the standard banner and the recent selector to get her at E4. We'll start using her in some follow-up teams. Hopefully most bosses will have wind weakness. Here's our ratio. Our ratio will most likely is bench right now. Doesn't even have a leveled up light cone. Here is traces, relics. Honestly, I used to have him. I used to give him an imaginary link rope, but that wasn't happening for the most time. E0. We got our Gallagher. Here are his stats. Light cone. Traces, relics. And Eidolons. Do use him a lot in Acheron teams. Here is our Gwen Fei. Stats. A light cone. Honestly, I think she was the first 4-star I had at actually, no. She was the first, wait, no, she wasn't the first 4-star. Was she? I don't know. She was a 4-star that I used a lot in the beginning. Just because, yeah, I'm pretty sure because she was the only one I had high Eidolons for. Traces. Her relics. But honestly, the only time I use her is in Acheron teams when the enemy has fire weakness. But I think Payla just does a better job. And now I have Foog. At E6, we have our Herta. Honestly, used a lot in the beginning just because she was the only character that I had. But now, she's just in it. I just only use her in pure fiction. I'm pretty sure that's what everyone does right now. Traces, relics. And of course at E6. Alright, now we have our March. Here are her stats. I got this Lycone, subscribe for more, when I was going for Acheron's Lycone. Yeah, I have this. I have enough to super position 3 times. Alright. This Lycone just just loved me for whatever reason. And I don't have any other hunt characters. I might go for Ratio's Lycone. We'll see. Here are her traces. Her relics. And of course, at E6. Alright, now we're just getting to characters that I just do not use anymore. I may have built them, I may have not. They could just be placeholder for characters. So I'm just going to go quickly over. Yeah, I rather gave their relics to other characters or they're just placeholders. Some of them are built, but sadly, they don't make the cut. Oh yeah, and some of them, like I guess in recent, I built them hoping that they could pop off. Yeah, nah. The wave was just a brute force. It was the team that I was using. Got Welt at E1. Arhanea. She was a character I was thinking of using just for like so I could super speed one character like 200 speed. Never got to it. Also, yeah, gave her relics to someone else, I'm pretty sure. Currently at E4. Arserval. User this last apocalyptic shadow, although she didn't make me 3-star it. Traces, her relics. Honestly, she's a lot of fun. You can just basic or skill and you should be able to have your ultimate in like 1 or 2 turns. But sadly, only at E3. We got our hook. Pitch hook a little great. Used her a bunch in the beginning. Here, traces, relics. Man, I'm surprised she's actually built. Yeah, I think Hook was the first characters I ever had at E6. She got me all the way to Memory of Chaos, floors 11 to 12. But after that, she just started falling off. Got our Japard. Carried me a lot in the early game. But sadly, there's better sustains, and all he does is just shield. Sadly, no Eidolons and no signature. We got our Luca. I'm pretty sure he had a Lycone, but I'm pretty sure I gave it to Welt. Traces, relics. And currently sitting at E6. Natasha. Oh, wow, 98 speed. You don't even have any speed. Lycone, traces. Wow. Yeah, I gave like her relics to like other characters. Doesn't even have a single speed stat. Alright, one. This was before I was all like, I don't need speed on my sustains. Okay, you kind of need speed on your sustains, so the enemies don't take their actions before your sustain. Or, yeah. Okay, we got our Asta. Used to a bunch in the beginning, but you know, since like every other patch, they just release Harmony characters. I can see some use for Asta. Actually, I think I used her in... I forgot which Pure Fiction it was, but there was one time where there was a bunch of fire enemies and I used her. It was one with some bugs and Yang Qing at the end. Currently at E6. Got our QQ. Lycone, not even leveled. Traces, barely leveled. Her relics. Built, just, you know, need to level up some stuff. And at E3, got our links. Lycone, traces. Used her a bunch. Yeah, one of the also first characters I got at E6. You can kind of tell at the characters I have at E6 on what banners I pulled. Used her a bunch when there was a boss that gave a debuff that was really annoying. And I used her ultimate, but like, you know, what if the boss did another debuff, then you're kind of screwed. At E6... she is viable. Alright, Yukong, traces, Lycone. Did I just say traces before Lycone? Here are traces. relics. Oh yeah, honestly, this is the set I had for Fu Xuan before. I swapped things over. You know, maybe one day Fu Xuan will go back to being my DPS sustained character. She can pop off when there's like quantum enemies, and and you need AoE. All right, at E6. Oh yeah, I guess she is technically. Wait, no, I guess I was gonna say she is the only Harmony character that buffs both crit rate and crit damage. But I think no, I think Robin only does crit damage. She gives like a decent amount of crit rate and crit damage. Although you know, she kind of has problems having uptime with this, and it's only like two allies. I guess now I can use her now that I have her E6. You know what? I'm yapping. Alright. Our Su Shang. Lycone traces. And her relics. You know, maybe one of these days, you know, I'll build them. If comment down below what character you want me to see built, and if you comment, I will build them and show it. Alright, our Misha doesn't even have anything. It's just a placeholder for characters. Traces doesn't even have relics at E3. Arlen, same thing. Except now he actually has a light cone. Light cone, traces, relics. You know what? We'll, might as well just show whatever he has. Currently at E3. Our same Pokaski. I was thinking of doing him as a break build, but like, you know, I never got to it. It's traces. I think I used him a bunch in Simulated Universe when it first came out, but I never got to doing this trace. Here are his relics. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I gave. Yeah, he used to be on a break effect build, but you know, break effect characters actually came out, and I had to swap them out, and then give it to them. At E6, all right, we got our Zhu Ye. I butchered that name. Doesn't even have a light cone, no traces. Was actually somewhat built. Honestly, I think I can honestly swap some. There's a better build for her. Currently at E1. Got our Clara. I actually just got her, I'm pretty sure, this Wednesday. So, yeah. Also have her signature. I'm pretty sure this is like one of the first two signature. one of the first two 5-star light cones I got. So we finally have her. Will actually build her. It is. I have seen a fun team where you have Foog, Acheron, Clara, and then a sustain, and then you use Foog's skill on Clara, and then if the enemy attacks a bunch, they attack Clara. She counters, and then it's just another sack for Acheron. E0. You got the disappointment. You have your signature. Honestly, I'm not going to even touch you. I just give relics that I try out for other characters and then give them to him so I remember what relics I have. You're just a dress up doll, alright? Alright, no disrespect to you. I actually do like your character. It's just, you know, your kit kind of sucks. Alright, Fei Xiao. Recently just got her, so she's not built. Light cone. Traces. She will be maxed out, Trace, alright? You just watch. Relics are somewhat in a work in progress. There are some things that could be better. I'm currently farming and at E0. Alright, we have Mose. Those are his stats. Not even a leveled up light cone. Honestly, just gave you a random light cone. Traces. Okay, before this patch, they had it to where you had to view the story to fight this boss. So that's why I only have 9. Most like if they made this change a while ago, he most likely would have been built. But no, I didn't want to skip the story. I'm somewhat caught up, alright? I'm like one story quest before we go to Anforius. Alright, his relics currently at E0. Also, I got I chose the selector for him for the last event where we had to make our room. And then our Tingyun. Fun fact, I got Foog before I got Tingyun. Could you believe it? Here are her light cones. I might consider building her. Just speak. Yeah, I have Hoo, Tingyun, and then RMC, and then I'll have a main DPS. I don't know. We'll see. Doesn't even have light cones, and currently at E0. So yeah, those are all the characters I have. I guess, you know what? Why not? Let's just go through all the light cones I have. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions down below. I will answer them. And heck, you know what? Leave a character down below and I will build them. I will actually build them if someone tells me to build a character, alright? If you tell me, like, you know, build this dude, I will, alright? I will spend my stamina on this dude. Alright? You know, he won't be the best of the best, but, you know, I'll at least give him something, alright? Alright, that's gonna be it for the end of the video. As always, thanks for watching. Did appreciate it if you made it all the way to the end. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.